What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, according to multiple sources, former President Donald John Trump dislikes Ron DeSantis intensely, right? For a multitude of reasons. Number one, he feels that not only is Ron DeSantis stealing a lot of his talking points, which I agree with, but that he's also stealing and mimicking uh, a lot of his ticks, hand movements, even the way he says certain things, put emphasis on certain things. You know, basically being like maybe a more polished version of Donald Trump. It irritates Trump. He's also annoyed at the fact that even though Ron DeSantis constantly chimes that he has no interest in running for the presidency, according to multiple sources, and maybe they're not true, but I don't know, that DeSantis plans on running even if Trump runs, which I don't think he can beat Trump one-on-one, but you never know. You never know. But yeah, let me read from the article. So Trump, let me see, quote, there was a time, maybe a year ago, that I remember him, Trump, making fun of DeSantis for doing similar hand gestures and motions, one source told Yahoo News. He called it stealing from him, and to paraphrase, described it as a lame impression of Trump. Rolling Stone further reported that Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr., believes that DeSantis' team is turning to his own Twitter account for ideas and parroting various social grievances or talking points after seeing them on his account. Um, GOP donor Dan Eberhardt told Rolling Magazine, quote, DeSantis certainly mimics Trump's style, rhetoric, and body language. DeSantis' bombastic style seems to be ripped straight out of Donald Trump's style guide. Trump proved that Republican voters want a fighter, and DeSantis aims to deliver. And as I said before, Trump does not like the fact that DeSantis seems to be someone who doesn't know his place. Donald thinks DeSantis owes his political career to him, and this has caused political friction. Plus, they were never close friends. They never mixed well. And he's angry that DeSantis won't rule out running against him for president in 2024. Another source told People magazine that Trump was toying with the idea of announcing his own 2024 run near Tallahassee, the Florida capital, to attract media attention. There has been some light shining on Ron DeSantis, which angers Trump. The team wants to try and scare DeSantis by securing as much Republican support for Trump as possible. It's going to be interesting. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen in 2024. We don't know. A lot of things can happen. Um, as far as Trump, he's a 76-year-old man. Okay, so you have to put that out there. He has legal issues. So who knows if he'll be eligible or even around to run. There's also a possibility, and we've seen this multiple times in the past with presidential candidates or would-be presidential candidates, that they peak too fucking soon. That's a strong possibility with Ron DeSantis. I mean, everybody's talking about him right now. Uh, Perhaps he peaks too soon. Maybe his popularity fades as we go into 2024. That's happened with multiple candidates in the past. Trying to think of someone off the top of my head. Uh, George Romney. George Romney in 1968 was seen as a leading frontrunner for the Republican nomination. He didn't get it. Part of what brought him down, though, was when he said that he had been brainwashed into believing, that the Vietnam War was a good thing or something like that. Another candidate that peaked early was Edmund Muskie, the senator from Maine who ran with George, who ran for vice president in 1968 under Hubert Humphrey. He peaked too soon. He weeped his way and cried his way. You had to read about that to obscurity. So there's been various candidates that have peaked early, and then they kind of faltered as soon as we got to the nomination process. But we'll see. But it'll be interesting, Trump versus DeSantis. That would be a very interesting primary battle. I tend to think, my gut tells me, I could be wrong, but my gut tells me that DeSantis would probably sit it out if Trump runs. Because look, he's only 43 years old. So which means that by 2024, he'll only be 44, 45 years old. That's still a very young man. Bill Clinton became president when he was 46. Barack Obama, 47. All right? Just do the math. I mean, you never know what's going to be gifted to you, but Trump is 76. You're 43. Wait a while. He only can serve one more term. He might lose. If he loses and a Democrat gets elected, whoever it is, the country could be ready for change by 2028, and you're still not 50 years old yet, I don't think. So if you're DeSantis, you might be better off waiting. And then, by then, Florida may be such a political powerhouse, they probably have, we already had the apportionment made, so it'll still be 30 electoral votes. But going to 2030, well, I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to talk too much in this video. I don't want to talk too much. But being that he's from Florida, maybe he should just run in the future. It all depends on what happens. But anyway, hope I didn't talk too much in this video, but tell me what you guys think.